Good evening. I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Newport News School Board for Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. On behalf of the members of the school board and Dr. Mitchell, I welcome each of you present this evening and those who are watching on TV and online. A quorum is present to transact the business of the division. We have one member of the school board who wishes to participate in our regular meeting electronically. As indicated in Board Policy BEE, electronic participation in meetings from remote locations, the board member must make such request, cite the reason for remote attendance, and the board must approve the request by majority vote of the members present. School board member Rebecca Amon has made such a request. Ms. Amon? Ms. Amon?
Yes, thank you.
Go ahead. Will you share with the board?
Sure, thank you, Dr. Best. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay. Yes, I request to be able to participate remotely due to illness.
Thank you. Hearing Ms. Amon's request, what is the pleasure of the board? Do I have a motion? So moved. Second. It's been moved and second that we approve her request. Ms. Buffalo, please call the roll.
4.
Brown. 4.
Harris.
4.
Hunter.
4.
Searles Law.
4.
Best.
4.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you. And now I will call on Ms. Kyla Leggett, our student representative to the school board, to introduce tonight's guests for invocation and pledge.
Thank you, Chairman Dr. Best. We will begin tonight's meeting with the invocation and pledge to the flag. Here to do the honors are two students from Saunders Elementary School, Keeve George and Trashanti Spencer. First, Keeve will come forward and deliver the invocation. He will be followed by Trashanti, who will come forward and deliver the pledge. Keeve, will you please come forward and tell us a little bit about yourself before you get started?
Hola, mi nombre es Keeve George y soy un quinto grado a Saunders Elementary School. Good evening, my name is Keeve George and I'm a 5th grader at Saunders Elementary School. I would like to thank Newport News Public Schools for all of the fun and meaningful learning activities we get to experience every day. In math, we are learning about fractions, number patterns, and how to multiply, divide, and subtract decimals. That unit was really exciting for me because I was able to understand it quickly and build my confidence. Math is my favorite subject, and I hope to continue using what I have learned as I move into middle school, high school, and eventually college. One day I want to become a scientist or an engineer. Thank you for allowing me to share tonight and for supporting students like me in our learning journey.
Okay.
Thank you. Trashanti, will you please come forward and tell us a little bit about yourself before you begin the pledge?
Good afternoon. My name is Trashanti Spencer and I'm 11 years old. My favorite colors are pink and baby blue. I am representing Saunders Elementary School and my favorite foods are Alfredo and seafood. May you all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for participating in tonight's meeting. You did a wonderful job. Supporting Keeve and Trashanti tonight are their family members and school family. Would you please stand and be recognized? The board appreciates the encouragement you have given these students, and we thank you for bringing them to tonight's meeting. You may be seated, but you're already seated.
Thank you, Kyla, and thank you So impressive, and thank you for dressing for success. We noticed that. Okay. Well, the next item on tonight's agenda is school board recognitions. Dr. Mitchell, please join me at the podium.
You know what? They're a hard act to follow. Good evening. I have the honor and privilege of presenting this month's school board recognitions. This year, one of our high school bands earned top honors for the Virginia Band and Orchestra Directors Association. The Virginia Honor Band designation was created 45 years ago to recognize high school bands with comprehensive program. We're proud to again congratulate Menchfield High School for earning distinction as a Virginia Honor Band. Joining us this evening to accept this recognition on behalf of the Menchfield Band is Band Director Deborah Sarve. Would you please come forward? Bands achieving superior ratings at the State Marching Event Band Festival and at a district concert festival are recognized as an honor band, the highest award that can be bestowed upon bands by the Virginia Band and Orchestra Directors Association. This year marks the 12th time, say that again, 12th time Menchfield has received this prestigious award. That deserves a round of applause. We'd also like to acknowledge Menchfield Principal Jason Holla. Assistant Principals Dr. Nicole Arrington and William Hustekler. If you would stand if you're here. And Visual and Performing Arts Supervisor Katie Sheehan Smith. Would you please stand? Thank you for all your support. Congratulations, Ms. Survey, and to you and your band members. Let's give it up for them one more time. And now we're going to get a picture. Our next honorees are gifted musicians. They're among the best high school vocalists and instrumentalists in the state and have earned all Virginia distinction. To reach this accomplishment, high school students must audition and earn a top chair or place in the district event, which makes them eligible to audition for an all-Virginia ensemble. Newport News Public Schools is proud to recognize 5 students who have earned this honor tonight. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your recognition. Named to All Virginia Band from Menchfield High School under the direction of Band Director Deborah Survey are Connor Landers for tenor saxophone. Joseph Lauder for percussion. And Abigail Mayer for trumpet. From Woodside High School, under the guidance of acting band director Whitley Farrar, is All Virginia Band honoree Colin Smallridge for French horn, but he could not join us this evening, but let's still give him a round of applause. Named to the All Virginia Chorus from Menchville High School and under the leadership of Chorale Director Zinab Mustafa is Valentina Davila. Come on up. Tell me when you come up. Yeah. And sweetheart, tell me how you say your name. Davila. Wanted to make sure I said it correctly. Selection to an All Virginia Ensemble represents the highest honor that the Virginia Music Educators Association can bestow upon a student musician. It is a testament to the hard work and discipline of our students, the dedication of our music teachers, and the constant support of their families. These All Virginia honorees participate in a 2-day series of rehearsals featuring a guest conductor and participated in a full group performance. Congratulations to our All-State Band and Chorus honorees. We would like to acknowledge and thank student families. If you could please stand and be recognized as well so we can thank you for your support. Oh, it's your time to shine. Stand on up. Again, thank you for your support. Next is if Miss Ferreira come up, Ferreira, Miss Mustafa, and Miss Survey, could you please stand and be recognized? We do want to say we appreciate all your hard work with these talented music students. We would also like to acknowledge their administrators who may be with us this evening. Again, Principal Jason Holler from Menchville, along with Assistant Principals Dr. Nicole Arrington and William Huffsteckler, and Principal Dr. Mary Hardesty. Would you please all stand if you're here? And we would also like to recognize the Woodside Magnet Program Administrator, Amy Inslee, and Miss Sheehan Smith. If you're here, stand as well. And now we can all get a photo. Come on around. At this time, we're going to take a short break so that our presenters and guests and their families may leave if they choose to. You're certainly welcome to stay. We have a packed agenda tonight. So we'll stand in recess briefly. Thank you.
During our regular meetings, we provide time for the public to address the school board. These opportunities are scheduled in the early part of our agenda and towards the end of the meeting. As advertised, citizens may submit comments via email up to 30 minutes prior to our meeting time to be included in the official meeting record. For those of you joining us in person, the board considers this an opportunity to listen to your comments. Please understand that we will consider your concerns. We ask that you comply with our 3-minute time limit. As you begin your comments, a green light will come on. A yellow light signals that you have 30 seconds remaining, and a red light and beep indicates that your time is up. As your name is called, please come forward. Reverend Natalie Chamberlain, and she will be followed by Ms. Jackie Batterson.
Good evening, Dr. Best, members of the school board, Dr. Mitchell. I am Reverend Natalie Chamberlain. I am the pastor at Hilton Christian Church. I'm part of a broad coalition of citizens who have been attending these meetings for a very long time. We are concerned about the welfare for the LGBTQIA community and especially the trans members of that community. I'm running out of things to say, and yet trans students and staff are still part of this school division. They still need you to do more than say you support them. They need you to actually do something that will protect them. I understand the temptation to sit quietly and hope that everything will work out okay. Some of us will continue to show up and ask you to act. If you haven't noticed, you are it. You are the ones called upon to act in this situation. There isn't anybody else going to do it. And just an interesting bit of information, did you know that Montana, that rural agricultural state of Montana, has the trans rights actually enshrined in its constitution? It's not such a big stretch to look at trans rights as human rights. If Montana can do that, can't you at least follow through on what you say you believe and fix a school policy? If you meant what you said about supporting the LGBTQIA community and especially those under your care, it's time to do something. I pray that you will change policy JBP.
Thank you. And Ms. Batterson will be followed by Ms. Deshauna Mizell.
My name is Jackie Batterson, and I am a resident of Newport News and a member of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of the Peninsula. For over 2 years, I have come before this board asking that you change your procedure, JBP, to correspond with your policy, JB. This policy states that you will respect and ensure the rights of every student in the Newport News school system. By denying our transgender children the right to be called by their chosen name and preferred pronoun, you deny them that dignity and respect. When we ask our state representatives to address this issue, we are referred to the State Board of Education. We do not vote for that board. However, the citizens of this city do vote for this board. Therefore, we expect results when citizens appear before you repeatedly regarding issues we hold dear. In fighting for women's rights, Susan B. Anthony said, "We ask for justice, we ask for equality, and we ask that all civil and political rights that belong to the citizens of the United States be guaranteed for ourselves and for our daughters. Today, that we ask that these rights be guaranteed for everyone in this country, including our transgender children. If you can't respect the rights for everyone, then wait. They are coming for your rights. There is no reason why any child in the world who goes to school deserves to feel less than human by rules being thrown at them, rules being made by entitled men, primarily white. In June, you will all attend the graduations here in the city. You will sit on stage, smile, and offer to shake hands with every graduating senior. There will be transgender graduates, And when you shake their hands, you will find that there is no difference in their handshake than any other student. They will be happy and excited to start the next chapter of their lives, just like every other student. We have children graduating whose high school lives are over. You had the opportunity to make their lives a little bit easier, to make them seen and heard, but you didn't. You have the opportunity to rectify this with the students still in the school system. You do not have to wait to have someone tell you what to do. Other school systems did the right thing. Show your independence. Do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Deshauna Mizell is next, and she will be followed by Ms. Ivana Jones.
Good evening, school board members and superintendent. My name is Deshauna Mizell, and I am a 7th grade student attending Hines. Before I was a current student, I was attending Booker T. Washington Middle School. I experienced repeated bullying started in 6th grade. I am a student with disabilities. I have special needs, and during my time there, I was not always treated with care and respect that I deserved. I was assaulted by several students, and I was also picked on at times. Teachers reported things about me that were not true. I was not even made fun of by staff. These situations had to be addressed, but they should have never happened in the first place.
Hi, my name is Ivana Jones. I'm her older sister, and I'll be reading the rest for her. I felt like when other students hurt me, the consequences for them were minimal. But when I became overwhelmed and reacted, the consequences for me were much more severe. I am a child. All I want to do is go to school, have friends, and play basketball. That opportunity was taken away from me. I had to stay home, and it became very difficult to learn outside of the classroom. We eventually had a meeting with Ms. Siders, and I appreciate her support along with Dr. Falk. I am grateful to now be at Hines Middle School, where I feel safer and more supported. I have since been awarded Student of the Month in my history class. I'm trying very hard to be the best student I can be. I am sharing my story because no student, especially a student with disability, should have to go through what I experienced just to get an education. I hope changes can be made so that all students feel safe, supported, and treated fairly. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you. Ms. White Mizell, was that? Ms. Cassandra White Mizell, followed by Mr. Edwin Rivera.
Good evening, Superintendent.
Good evening.
School board members. My name is Cassandra White Mizell. I'm here again tonight standing with my daughter, Deshauna Mizell. Since the last school board meeting, my daughter has returned back to school in person as of March the 23rd, 2026, after being out of school approximately 50 days. During that time, she received homebound instruction services that started on February 1st. Again, after 16 days of no help at all, she was home doing her work by herself independently with myself, her sister, her assistant aide, and her father. Additionally, I have submitted another formal request in writing for an investigation to be done in regards to the lack of the principal and the assistant principal supporting Deshauna and the events that happened on December the 19th, 2025. The burden of proof in this situation is substantial. The evidence is there, yet no one has taken accountability or responsibility, and no one has been held accountable for their actions. This is only the beginning. No child, no family should have to go through what we have went through. We all answer to someone, and our voices will be heard. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but it will happen at some point. Someone needs to make the right decision and hold everyone accountable for their actions or lack thereof. I'm asking for accountability, transparency, and immediate action to assure that this does not continue to happen to other families that like it has happened to ours. Thank you for your time and consideration. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Mr. Rivera will be followed by Adina Rivera.
How you guys doing?
Great, and you?
Well, you guys are doing a great job so far, but I think the teachers are doing a better job. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The JBP policies you guys got is perfect the way it is, and some people want to change it. That's fine. I hope it doesn't happen because I believe that we should start withdrawing funds if you guys don't want to listen to us. That's what I believe. Have no opinion with anything else besides transparency. It's really hard to navigate through your guys' website, and it's super hard to understand anything because you have to have an attorney. Like, it's like a word rigmarole. We can't all understand it. You guys understand what I'm saying? All those words are so legal. We don't know what it means. Let's see. We asked for, what is it, parents and teachers. Sorry, I got a disability, so I got to be careful. Reading school board. Okay, we want people to be able to attend the school board meetings. And like last meeting, we asked for transportation. Nothing happened. Let's see what else we asked for. Certain about meeting. Magnet schools. I'm not understanding the thing with the magnet schools. Are you guys canceling the magnet schools or canceling a portion of it? Like, we're not. Like, do you guys know what's going on with the magnet school? What is going on with that? Like, we know it's happening, but we don't know what's happening with it. Why can't you guys be more transparent? Let's see, concerns about how... Sorry, I get a little passionate, because it's our kids going to the school. Another thing that really makes me wonder is how is it that people that don't have kids going to school in this area are advocating for more things for school that go to for our kids? I don't think if you don't have kids going to school, you shouldn't be advocating for our children. Just my opinion. If you're not going to school or have kids going to school, you shouldn't be telling us or you guys how our kids should be treated. Your JBP program is excellent the way it is. Don't change it, or we're gonna start withdrawing kids from school. Right? No. And that's all I gotta say. For now, I'm gonna come to every meeting that you guys are gonna have, and I'm gonna make sure that I keep telling you guys, what we think should be done, because there's a lot of parents trying to be here and they can't come here, and they don't know how to advocate for themselves. So I guess we gotta do it for them, right? Thank you, and have a great day. I'm not gonna waste your time.
Thank you. Ms. Adina Rivera will be followed by Ms. Catherine Carter.
Good evening, members of the school board.
Good evening.
My husband gets very passionate. I did write him a speech. He didn't stick to it. But he really, really cares about our children. So basically, I'm the mother of 3 students in the Newport News School District. I first attended last month's school board meeting and was appalled at what some people brought up to you as a concern. But I'm speaking specifically about changing the current JBP policy. After hearing the concerns from women who do not have children of school age, and therefore, in my opinion, should not have any say in how our children are raised, I decided to let you all know how the majority of the actual parents of the children in Newport News School District feel. We do not want any changes to the current JBP, considering that it's already illegal to discriminate against transition students, and it's already allowed for them to transition with the parents' permission. And parents' permission and parents being involved is absolutely key in any child growing up. It says, under no circumstances should a child be allowed to transition without parental consent. I say consent because having knowledge of it is not enough. The only person who can make the decisions of the transitioning students is a parent to that student. No governing body, including our schools or our school board has any right to get in the middle of a parent and child relationship. No one has the right to violate your parental rights and say, I know how to raise your child better than you. All parents have the right to raise the child how they see fit. If a parent does not want their child to transition, then that is their right. If JBP is changed to allow students to transition without parental consent, then you will be creating a lot of conflicts between parents and teachers, parents and their children, and parents and you. We will have a problem with you for violating our parental rights. These children need focus, structure, better education. They don't need secrets between them, the school system, and their parents. It should never be encouraged to keep secrets between your parents and your child. That creates division in a house where some of these children already have enough division to worry about. So I know that these women come to these meetings every month, and so I just want to let you guys all know that. So will we, because they are not the majority. And other parents who feel the same way as I do, I will come here since they can't, and I will be their voice to let you know that the JBP policy is perfect the way that it is, because parents should always be involved in their children's education. And thank you and have a good day, and I'll see you guys next month.
Thank you. Ms. Catherine Carter.
Hi again. My name is Katie Wilcox Carter. I grew up in Newport News. I attended Newport News Public Schools, and I'm the daughter of a former Newport News Public School teacher. My son is in the 3rd grade in the magnet program at Hilton, and I just found out about 2 weeks ago that my daughter, who's a rising 1st grader, was accepted there for next year as well. So we're really excited, but I am here again to speak out in support of the magnet programs, and specifically of the importance of the magnet programs in all levels of the public schools. If you followed the Artemis II launch recently, like I did, you probably noticed that all of those astronauts were public school graduates, which I think is pretty incredible. Do you think that they became exceptional one day, or that their curiosity and their exceptionality existed at an early age and was honed over a period of time, maybe even as young as elementary school? I think kids are born curious. They learn to love learning when they find programs and subjects that ask questions that interest them. The public school, especially at the elementary school level, is in a unique and a special position to both foster a sincere love of learning and to help those children find their own niche, hone an interest in particular topics, and help ensure that these same children retain the same exceptionality and curiosity throughout their educational careers. When children and parents and their families don't have educational choice and specialty programs, the public schools lose them. I think we lose them kind of in more than one way. In some families, like potentially mine, that might mean that then those kids are enrolled in private school, or that they're ultimately homeschooled. For other families, they might not leave the public school, but their attention, their specialness might not be captured and fostered in a way that would help them reach the truest extent of their potential. They might even feel that school, that education, has little to offer them if it doesn't speak to those children's particular interests at the right point in time. The magnet program is a unique and vitally important component of Newport News Public Schools' overall objectives. To modify it or to eliminate it entirely, including at the elementary school level, would be short-sighted at best. And where would it lead? I mean, it's difficult to even speculate, but to increased declining enrollment, to lower test scores, to less funding, to lower parent satisfaction, reduced nationwide reputation for the school system generally. I mean, the system is working. I was just looking the other day at where all the Newport News High School's top 10 graduates were going to college, and it's incredibly impressive. And I think it's a real testament to what has happened to these children from a very young age, how their attention has been captured and engaged, and how they've been enrolled in programs that fit their interests. Fostering this love of learning, the option to having equitable choice and equitable access to those programs, so busing and transportation, even for children whose parents may not be able to drive them to and from schools. I mean, this is a unique city in the sense that it's so long and narrow. Transportation is always going to be a challenge, but I guess I would leave you with just one question. Will any of Newport News Public Schools students be on the Artemis III expedition? And would you prevent that by eliminating or reducing access to these programs? Ultimately, only time will tell, but I hope we'll make the right decision. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone for your thoughts and comments this evening. We will now move on to Section 3, the consent agenda, which includes 3.01, minutes from the closed meeting, March 3rd, 2026, 3.02, minutes from the special meeting, March 3rd, 2026, 3.03, minutes from the budget public hearing, March 10th, 2026, 3.04, minutes from the work session, March 17th, 2026, 3.05 from the regular meeting, March 17th, 2026, 3.06 financial reports, including revenue and expense reports for March 2026, child nutrition reports, 3.07 the personnel report, 3.08 project UPC number 117136. At this time, can we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Do we have a second? Second. It's been moved and second that we approve the consent agenda as presented. Are there any questions, discussion? Ms. Buffalo, hearing none, please call the roll.
Alger.
4.
Amon.
4.
Brown.
4.
Harris. 4. Hunter.
4.
Searles Law.
4.
Dr. Best.
4.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. We will move to Section 4, action items. 4.01, Special Education Annual Plan. Dr. Mitchell.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. If you recall, every year the Special Education Director comes before you to present the proposed special education funding plan that they have put together. This is a plan that is required by the state, and it is guided by the state in terms of what we present or what we place in the plan. And so last month, Vivian Vitullo came before you with the proposed plan, and we are asking that you approve this plan tonight.
At this time, I will entertain a motion to approve our special education annual plan.
I move to approve the special education annual plan as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and second to approve the special education annual plan. Any questions, any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Buffalo, please call the roll.
Alger.
4.
Amon.
4.
Brown.
4.
Harris. 4. Hunter.
4.
Searles Law.
4.
Best.
4.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. We will move to Section 4, action items 4.02, superintendent's contract. May I have a motion to approve the superintendent's contract?
I move to approve the superintendent's contract as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and second to approve the superintendent's contract. Any questions, any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Buffalo, please call the roll.
Alger.
4.
Amon.
4.
Brown.
4.
Harris. 4. Hunter.
4.
Searles Law.
4.
Best.
4.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. Okay, yes.
I agree.
All right.
I definitely agree. We're honored to have you, Dr. Mitchell.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. We will move to Section 5, reports and information. 5.01, the Newport News Public Schools preschool update. Dr. Mitchell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Tonight we will have a presentation on our preschool program. This is the time of year. Parents who are in the audience or grandparents and parents that are listening, this is the time of year to enroll in our preschool. So tonight we have Anne-Marie Hanrahan, who is our instructional supervisor for preschool. She's going to provide an update on our preschool program, and it is aligned with some of the goals in our new strategic plan, Elevate 2030, and it really shows our strong commitment to early learning foundations. Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Thank you. All right. Good evening, Madam Chair, Dr. Best, Vice Chair Ms. Alger, board members, and Dr. Mitchell. My name is Anne-Marie Hanrahan, and I am the instructional supervisor for the preschool program. Today, I am here to give you an update on the NNPS preschool program and provide some information regarding the application for the upcoming school year. Research has consistently proven that a high-quality preschool program provides a foundation for learning and prepares students for success in kindergarten and beyond. Under the support of the state-funded Virginia Preschool Initiative, or VPI, and with our NNPS strategic plan, Elevate 2030, guiding our work, the NNPS preschool program ensures the youngest learners in Newport News and their families have the support needed as they begin their educational journey. Every day in NNPS preschool, we strive to elevate and empower the potential of each young learner through nurturing social-emotional development, building a strong foundation for learning, and partnering with families and the Newport News community. This school year, we have 43 preschool classrooms across 4 sites, which allows us to provide high-quality learning experiences for 860 4-year-olds in Newport News. A unique feature of our preschool program is our dual language immersion classrooms. You can visit these and all of our classrooms at Denby and Watkins Early Childhood Centers, in which 80 of our preschool students learn in both English and Spanish. Over the last several years, Virginia developed the Unified Virginia Quality Birth to 5 System, or VQB5, to measure and help improve the quality of all publicly funded early childhood classrooms and support families in choosing quality programming for their children. VQB5 measures the quality of preschool teaching and learning based on 2 nationally recognized quality indicators, curriculum and interactions. Through our integrated hands-on curriculum, our students engage in learning experiences that include social-emotional development through role-playing, problem-solving, and literacy integration. These include using puppets and picture books to proactively discuss situations in which social skills and self-regulation techniques can develop. Literacy instruction grounded in the science of reading. Preschool students develop the foundational skills aligned to the Virginia Literacy Act through developmentally appropriate activities as they prepare to become readers in kindergarten. And mathematics skills rooted in developing conceptual knowledge. With a heavy emphasis on number sense, students practice mathematical concepts cyclically across the school year through hands-on experiences and real-world applications. Interactions are the second component measured through VQB5. These are at the heart of each experience and opportunity presented to our preschoolers. Through our partnership with the City of Newport News, the Newport News Public Library, and various community organizations such as the Kiwanis Club, all preschool classrooms are once again participating in the Mayor's Book Club. Every month, this program introduces students to new pieces of literature with opportunities for increased oral language and vocabulary development that can then extend outside of the classroom as each student receives a copy of the book to add to their at-home library and enjoy with their families. Families have access to our Mayor's Book Club website to access ideas and activities to support each month's book. This program also brings the community into the classroom in the form of volunteer readers who visit the classroom monthly, read the new book, and interact with students as they get to know each other. Students engage in analysis and reasoning experiences integrated throughout each school day to foster deeper concept development and higher order thinking skills. The Which One Doesn't Belong activity, for example, is a weekly engaging class discussion about which of 4 objects doesn't belong with the others. There is no right or wrong answer. In fact, any of the objects could be chosen for many different reasons. Students are encouraged to analyze and provide reasoning, expanding their oral language skills. And teachers act as facilitators, filling in the blanks for that vocabulary that may not yet be readily accessible, or for those social skills that may not yet allow a shy student to speak up or know how to respectfully disagree with a peer. Respectfully. Keyword. Finally, thanks to a grant through the VDOE, we are in our 3rd year of partnership with Wolf Trap Institute for Early Learning Through the Arts. This year, 21 of our preschool classrooms were selected to receive one-on-one professional development with a teaching artist who worked with them in and out of the classroom to develop the skills and confidence to integrate and use performing arts best practices that engage children in joyful, active learning. The visiting teaching artists also facilitated a workshop after school at each of the early childhood centers, in which families were invited to join their child in taking part in the joyful active learning and learn strategies for engaging with and supporting their preschoolers at home. The VQB5 system measures interactions using the class observation tool. Because of these twice-yearly observations, each preschool teacher and instructional assistant team receives differentiated professional development and one-on-one support at least 2 times per school year. This has led to over 400 hours of differentiated one-on-one professional development over the last 5 school years. As I shared earlier, this year we are able to provide high-quality early childhood experiences for 860 preschool children across the city. If we dig deeper into that word quality, state assessments show that halfway through the school year, our preschool students were overwhelmingly performing in the growing or strong bands. Preschool assessments are based on skill development bands rather than benchmarks. And our mid-year data showed we are on track for the majority of our students to be in that strong development band by the end of the school year, which is our goal. Furthermore, if we look at the impact of those quality experiences, data from this school year's fall assessments show that students who were in our preschool program are entering kindergarten ready. For example, of the students who were in our preschool program last year, so 24-25 preschool students, and then they moved on to kindergarten with us this current school year, 89% of those students scored in the low or moderate risk band on the fall literacy assessment vals. Of those who were in our preschool program last year, 92% met the benchmark on the fall kindergarten math assessment VCARE-P, and 86% met the benchmark on the fall social emotional development measure. These small steps that our preschool teachers and students are taking every day, leading to these big outcomes for our youngest learners, brings me to the future class of 2039. The application for the upcoming 26-27 preschool year is now available online and can be accessed via the NNPS website. If families have questions or need support, they can call or email the NNPS preschool office. Our application is fully online. However, if any family needs in-person support, does not have access to a device or the internet, or would just like a friendly face walking them through the process, they can call or visit any of our NNPS sites to request this support from the office staff. We will also be available to greet prospective preschool families and provide support submitting an application at upcoming NNPS events like next month's STEM Community Day on May 30th. Board members, you each have a preschool folder in front of you containing a preschool flyer as well as preschool readiness information that all of our preschool families receive. There is also a table set up right outside the auditorium with additional flyers and posters for anyone who would like to take some and provide them either for themselves or would like to share the information more widely with families, neighbors, and community members. We encourage any interested family to apply and to apply early as our preschool slots are filling up. We thank everyone in advance for spreading the message about the open preschool application, and we look forward to welcoming the future class of 2039 in the fall. Thank you for your time tonight and allowing me the opportunity to share about the NNPS preschool program. I would be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Okay. Board members, we'll start with Mr. Oswald.
I just had a comment. You answered my question.
Oh,
how could we get more folders? Because just this week I met 3 families who were excited about their next steps, but they were thinking it wasn't until kindergarten. And I said, absolutely not.
Yes.
So thank you.
Of
We
course.
appreciate the materials.
No, thank you. And I appreciate you sending the message because, right, that's often our first barrier that we are always trying to overcome is just getting the message out there. So thank you. And that's where, like we said, there's plenty of flyers and posters. And if it comes to you need some more, we are happy to provide as many as possible to paper the city.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right. I'm going to get Mr. Brown, then I'll come to you, Mr. Hunter.
So, of course, congratulations on those advanced math scores. That's
yes. The conceptual thinking, right? It's important.
Notice that right away. But I also see there's a tremendous growth, and congratulations on that. That with the social emotional learning, I think when we reflected, last year that was an area where we wanted to grow the kids, and looks like we are doing that. My question just logistically around the program is, how many students are we able to accommodate? So if we have essentially a higher demand, because we're doing 860 now, could we, what is our limit on accommodation, and how do we flex to support more kids?
We are always looking to expand if possible. This year we did have 860 slots, and we are always hoping to expand that next year. Staffing is always a concern, so we are continuing to work with senior leadership and HR to look at what we can do with submitting the application to the state to get more funding, and so it is sort of this rolling process. But the 860 slots is lower than what the demand is in the city, so which is why we're always looking to expand.
Okay, and I suppose the follow-up to that is, in terms of facilities, we have enough space to accommodate more students if that becomes a need?
We do. We have enough space at all of the early childhood centers. And we would love for more children to be there.
All right, Mr. Hunter.
So I want to thank microphone. So I want to thank you for the report. This is the second time I heard it. I heard it at the Newport News Education Foundation meeting.
That's right.
But this is just a wonderful, wonderful program. As I always say, great things are happening in Newport News Public Schools, and this is one that we start when the kids are young. This is free, right? This is free, right? Education, free education is hard to come by, but quality education, free for our youngest, our future leaders of this city and throughout the world. I heard someone talking about they may be someone going to the moon, one of these young kids. So I just want to emphasize this again. There's folders outside. Take them to your office. We really need to spread this particular program out to the public. When folks says, I'm not sure what put my student or my young kid here in Newport News. It's free.
Absolutely.
So again, I want to thank you for another presentation. I could hear it again. So.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Anne-Marie, I wanted to just make sure we are clear to the public as you spoke for parents or grandparents or caregivers that are interested, but maybe they don't have a device, or as you said, they just want a friendly face. When you say that they can stop by the schools, we want to be clear that it is any school. It is not just the 3 early childhood centers. So you can go to Woodside High School. Their office staff is prepared to help, do the enrollment paperwork for 4-year-olds. So it can be any school, not just the early childhood.
Absolutely. Yes, that is definitely one of the benefits of having the application fully online, because people can access it anywhere. But because our office staffs at all of the schools support families at all times with registration, they can support with that. As I said, if families do have a question, they can call the preschool office. We are always happy. We actually do hear from a lot of, not the actual parents, we hear from a lot of grandparents or aunts and uncles say, well, my niece and nephew really needs to get in, and we would be happy to have them. And so if we can provide them that information, and then they can go straight to the schools, and just sometimes it does just help to have somebody there next to you, making sure you're clicking on the right thing, or kind of explaining what is that asking for, and what do I do. So yes, we are always happy to help at any Newport News site.
Okay. And I guess I'll close out with the comments, but thank you for your presentation. I actually have a great niece that's in the 4-year-old program, so I get to see her growth. Just it's amazing. Her vocabulary expands. She writes her name. She tells me about the moon. She tells me about insects, about plants. Sharing is caring. Those are some of the things that she shares with me that she's learning in preschool. Now, I do have one problem. You kept referring to the graduating year of 2039.
Yes.
I had not thought about that. We talked about college, but I hadn't actually thought about the year she would graduate. So I'm a little concerned if I'll be there, but I'm planning on it. But,
You will.
So-
You know it now, so you have to mark it down.
oh, if it was just that simple, but anyway. So I just want to thank you and commend you on your program, and we see the benefits. You know, I personally see them, but I see them throughout the division. So thank you so very much.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to talk about it. Again, the more we can talk about it, the more the word gets out, and it takes a village, right? It really does. So thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank you.
it. Have a good night.
Thank you. All right, and we'll move on to the attendance report, 5.02, the attendance report. Board members, you've received a copy of the reports. Are there any questions? All right, 5.03, the membership report. Board members, you've received a copy of this report. Are there any questions? Thank you. 5.04, the construction report. Board members, you've received a copy of this report. Are there any questions? Hearing none, we'll move to 5.06, comments by the superintendent. Dr. Mitchell.
Thank you so very much, Madam Chair. We held our very first Social Studies Symposium on Saturday, and I know, Ms. Alger, I know you attended, and you would concur that it was pretty amazing. Our Social Studies departments for all grade levels hosted the exhibit. They had historians from local museums giving lectures and student artwork. They just had a plethora of things around history, and many of it pertaining to this particular area. So we want to thank all of our students and all of our families and community members who came out to experience the very first one. We're calling it the inaugural one because our plan is to continue it. Super excited for one of our students, Hines Middle School student, Cadence Lucero. She won the school division's art contest to design a patch. We had a collaboration with the fire department, and they have a new explosive detection dog named Lumi. And Lumi needed a patch for his protective vest, and one of our students won the prize. And so the sticker features the design, and it is circulating around the city. So we want to thank the fire department for their continued partnership, but we certainly want to thank our student for, first of all, for stepping out there and, you know, doing the artwork, because it's hard to put your stuff on display. And the fact that she won, we are super proud of her. April, as you know, thank you, Ms. Donnelly. And April, as you know, is the month of the military child, so our schools have been honoring our military-connected students all month, and they celebrated the annual Purple Up Day, which was held on April the 15th. April is also a month that is dedicated to awareness of and acceptance of autism. It has been a time to acknowledge and to show support for the autism community. Just a very quick reminder that we are hiring bus drivers. And I just want to say this, it's very important for the general public to know that we do pay our bus drivers a very competitive salary. I think there's this misnomer, and Rusty is at the end, and Rusty can concur. We think there's this misnomer that we do not pay them a competitive salary, but we do. And I want to say not only do we provide them with a competitive salary, we have great students. So we are really looking for bus drivers that want to join our team. And as you can see, there is a hiring event that will be May the 16th. It will be held from 9 to 12 at Hines Middle School. And while I don't have a slide for this, Devin, I do want to say, I want to take a moment to go back to Anne Marie's presentation. I want to piggyback on what Mr. Hunter said. I want to thank the Education Foundation. Anne Marie came and did a presentation, but many of them walked out. They own businesses, and they walked out with a stack of flyers to put in their business so that anyone that came in that knew of a child that needed to be in preschool, they would be able to share that information. So just want to thank the Education Foundation members for that. And that concludes my comments, Madam Chair.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. We'll now move on to item 6, another opportunity to hear from the public. Ms. Buffalo, are there any additional cards?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, we will now move to agenda matters by the school board, and we're going to begin with our student representative, Ms. Geisler.
Thank you. This might be our shortest meeting yet, and I don't want to hold you guys up. So I'll just say, not only are great things happening in Newport News Public Schools, like Mr. Hunter said, but great things are happening in Newport News in general, because I work at a community center, and we hosted early voting, and let me tell you, I saw so many Newport News residents coming out to vote. So I just want to say I'm so proud of our community for exercising their rights and having their voice heard, and that's all.
All right, thank you. We're going to go with Mr. Hunter next.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Chairwoman. I just want to say I'm going to give a cheer to our principals and our mayor, who recognized all of our principals at every school and gave them a key to the city at the state of the city. And this is what I'm talking about, the school board and city as one unit. You can't have a city without having school. So just want to give a thanks if the mayor's listening today, and thanks to all the principals for all their hard work. And along, they could not do it without the teachers, the cafeteria workers, the bus drivers, the secretaries, and all those other folks in the back make those principals look very, very good. So again, congratulations to all of our principals here in Newport News. Great things are definitely happening.
And Mr. Hunter, you can thank me again for keeping a secret.
And thank the superintendent.
'Cause I held that secret for about a month.
Oh, woo. And guess what? One other thing, they could not do it without their fearless leader, our superintendent. And again, congratulations on your contract extension.
Appreciate it.
We really appreciate your leadership and how you're moving this division forward.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Go ahead with Mr. Brown next.
Okay. So I'll echo, we won't stay long on it, but I want to echo similar comments as Mr. Hunter, that it was really wonderful to see the state of the city, our principals receive the key to the city. And I believe that's the first time in history of this city that has happened. And it's, I think, of course, thanks well intended and thanks that needed to happen. But as well, it's, I think, again, to the leadership of our division, our superintendent, and all of her staff and the work that they're doing on a daily basis. It is making a real difference. We can see that in our data, and we can see that in our results. I'm really excited. No pressure, young people, but so we've been looking at our numbers and looking at our data, and it's looking like a really good year. So, but I'm not, no pressure or anything. Just
do your best.
Just do your, get a good night's sleep. Do your best. We're rounding in. We know that the SOLs are coming, and so we are just as eager and apprehensive about the SOLs as you are. But it's looking like it's going to be a very good year based upon the work that you've done. So I would just say, like any dad would say, regardless of how it turns out, really proud of the work that you've put in, because we as a board, we can see the growth that has taken place in your literacy, the growth in your social studies skills, growth in your science skills, your math ability. It's across the board. We can see it at every grade level that we're making progress. And so hats off to all of our administration and the work that they've put in. The key to the city is very well, warranted, and that's the word I was looking for. Very well warranted for that key to the city. And thank you all the teachers and the staff for all the work that you have done this year, putting in a lot of really hard work this year. So I'm very excited about graduation is coming up. So of course it's one of these happy times of the year when we get to congratulate you for all the hard work that you've done. So very much looking forward to that. Looking forward to our Salute to Success banquet, which is going to take place. We also have our service awards and our Teacher of the Year. So looking very much to, month of May is our Shake Your Hand month and chicken dinners. So, but very much looking forward to that. I have asked the superintendent, we recall earlier part of this year when we passed a lot of policies that came from the state, what is the burden that the state laws have put onto our school division, And I'm very much looking forward to receiving those numbers so that when we do see our state representatives at these dinners, and when they come, that I can hand that bill to them and show them what they believed was to be a fiscally neutral decision that they made was not fiscally neutral to our school division, and that it does cost us locally. And I think that's the burden, and that is the responsibility that we have as a school board to advocate on behalf of our community, because it shouldn't just fall to our city council. So in fairness to our city council, who has really want to appreciate the helping hand that they've given to reach into their piggy bank and help us out. But that shouldn't, what the state does shouldn't cut at expense to our city council. And so I think in fairness to them, we owe them that conversation of here's the bill. And I believe it was $63 million was the last time when we calculated at the beginning of the year. So I'm bad with names, but I can remember numbers, $63 million. And so we need to communicate that. And so I'm just looking forward to that piece and that time. And then as well, we've got the regional, Tidewater Regional meeting that's coming up. And looking forward to Ms. Moore Buffalo is going to be hosting us in Norfolk. We're going to be at Norview High School and get to meet with other board members. So very much looking forward to learning. I always learn a lot from meeting with the other board members and hearing what's going on in the region. So with that, you all have a great night.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Ms. Searles Law.
We've said a lot tonight already. The one thing that is just heavy on my mind is Dr. Mitchell. We have been so honored and blessed to have her with us during this most recent contract that when we presented the next one, we were wondering, is she going to sign it? But I knew she would, primarily because she cares so much. It has been evident in all that she has done since she has taken the helm, even before when she was in the acting position. So my heart is just full that we are able to give you a contract this evening. We're even more excited that you will sign it. And what I enjoy watching is her team, her leadership team, rally and work so hard for this division. So thank you for being a fearless leader, and thank you guys for being just awesome follower leaders, if that's a term. So the only other thing I want to point out, I'm sitting next to a celebrity here this evening. I love picking with him. Mr. Brown was recently appointed to the State of Virginia Education Board's for task force, one for mathematics advisory. So that is a fitting one. And the other is the Innovation Assessment Working Group. So that one is one that I'm hoping that in some regards, you're taking what we have done here and taking it further up in the state. So congratulations, and you just do your best.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Searles Law. Ms. Harris.
I don't have much tonight. I wanted to, I just wanted to wish all students good luck on upcoming SOLs. I did want to bring attention to Child Abuse Awareness Month, and it's great to drive around the city and see the pinwheels all over at different places. And I work in foster care, so I deal with child abuse and neglect pretty often. So it's a strong point for me to see initiatives in the community really standing up and bringing awareness to that initiative specifically. I didn't want to beat a dead horse, but the state of the city in Newport News was something special. I actually attend all of the state of the cities. It's a requirement of my position on both sides. So I have a chance to kind of compare and be in the room for several of them. And I will say that Newport News, I was super proud to be a part of this last one where they recognized all of the school principals, which I have never seen done, and so well deserved, because just kind of jumping off of what you were saying, Lisa, leadership is the catapult of what spills down in every building and every industry. And so recognizing that the importance of the kind of the shoulders we have to stand on as educational leaders and those principals and what they take on is a heavy, heavy task. And so just well-deserved, and kudos to the state of the city and the mayor and the city of Newport News and this board for knowing and understanding the importance of that and recognizing that. That's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Harris. Mrs. Amon?
Thank you. So much of what I was going to say has been said, so I won't take up everyone's time. State of the City was wonderful to see our principals get the keys to the city. And there are a lot of wonderful things going on. I'm going to focus on getting better. So when we have all of our May dinners, no one's afraid to shake my hand. So everyone do on the SOL. We'll see you next month.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Alger.
Yes, and please excuse me, I'm fighting allergies. Everyone understands it, but the pollen has been unreal. And anyway, the one thing that wasn't mentioned that everything was absolutely awesome was the Dual Language Community Day. If you attended, it was absolutely incredible to have seen families from different diverse backgrounds to come in, to hear the children interpret for the families, for their parents and what have you, and to take them around and to see people from the dual language program, the teachers, the FACE specialists, folks from the Welcome Center coming in and embracing the families, especially during a time that's been a little tough, politically. But to see the families come out and to see them being loved upon as far as our division, I want to thank everyone for that and for folks to allow that to happen. So kudos to the superintendent, and thank you so much for your leadership. Principals, we've been in your shoes. It's true what you say, it's unheard of. I've been a principal for 15 years, never did anyone give me keys to the city. I mean, but I will tell you, well-deserved, principals are important community leaders, and they know the call, and they know exactly what it's about. So thank you to everyone. And also, lastly, SOLs, families, please make sure that during that time period, children are going to bed, coming to school every day, prepared, and so on and so forth. Have a good breakfast, and please collaborate with the teachers to make sure that the students are doing their very best as far as performance. And good luck to the schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Alger. So I'm going to try not to repeat and to try to be brief. So ditto pretty much to everything everyone has said. And I do want to just give a shout out to the city again and say thank you to our principals for your hard work and your dedication as well. I was on a social media today. I go to visit different schools' websites, and I went to Crittenden's. I just kind of stumbled upon their page today. And something drew my attention because I saw a group of people in the hallway, and I was like, well, who are those people and what are they doing? Because they didn't look like your typical teachers. And then I was reminded that the students were not there today, so the teachers kind of dressed down today. But what was happening at Crittenden Middle School today, evidently some geese got into the courtyard. And the eggs had hatched. They had a little geeselets. What's the word? Somebody knows. I need to ask my 4-year-old niece. I need to ask my 4-year-old niece because I bet she could tell me in the 4-year program. So they had the babies, and they had to get them out, I guess, to go back to where it is they need to go in the environment. So they had custodians. There were teachers. They had set up some tables so that when the mother leads, of course the babies follow, that they could go out the door to get them where they wanted to go. But as I watched the adults just take sheer enjoyment in seeing this, it made me happy, and I hope they felt a little better about working today because we did get some comments regarding working today. So we saw you. I appreciate you being kind to nature, and I'm sure your students would have enjoyed that as well. I also had an opportunity to participate in Career Day at Haddonwood Elementary School. And when I go to Career Day, I always share with them that I'm on the school board, and I try to share with them, depending on their grade level, as best I can, what it is that we do. They're not that interested in that, but I still share it. But also, back in the day, I actually had a catering business because I like to cook, for those of you that know me. And so I share with them about my love for cooking, and I also bring samples for them to eat as well. So it makes me one of the most popular participants in Career Day. But for this particular Career Day, somehow there was a glitch in the schedule, so I had a free block where there was supposed to be a group of kids in front of me, but they did not come. So for 20 minutes, I had an opportunity by myself to just look around the classroom. Now, Ms. Alger and I, we visit schools all the time, but we try not to impose upon teachers. We're looking, but we really can't look like, like I had an opportunity to look that particular day. And what I witnessed was organization, planning, anchor charts, thought of going into where they put their backpacks, where the crayons, the scissors, the schedule was posted, the bathroom, well, I don't remember seeing bathroom passes. I might have made that up, but everything, but just the way the classroom was set up, the way the teacher's desk and her items were arranged, the supplies for the students. And I was looking around that classroom and I said, oh my God, this is so much. It brought back a flood of memories when I used to go into the classrooms, because I used to be an administrator as well. But I hadn't forgotten this, but it really reinforced again the amount of work that teachers put into their classrooms so that they can be prepared for students. So I just want to say thank you to all of the students, to all of the teachers for what you do for our students, and again, administrators for guiding the teachers. And a special shout out, I was in Ms. Dotson's class at Hydenwood, so if anyone knows Ms. Dotson, please let her know. She is doing, I don't know anything about Ms. Dotson, but I'm gonna tell you, being a former administrator, I can tell by her classroom that she is an excellent teacher, and I'm gonna stand on that. I can tell by the way her classroom is arranged. So thank you, Ms. Dotson, and every teacher out there. And then last but not least, Dr. Mitchell. I know somebody's gonna say, when you all passed that motion, nobody said anything. That's because we could really say so much, Dr. Mitchell. As you all can see, she is so tiny in stature. She is just the tiniest person. And we witnessed the wind actually blowing her one day. That's how tiny. So that's how tiny she is.
She almost floated away.
But Newport News Public School literally sits on her narrow shoulders, and the volume of work that she puts out, the people that she leads, it is absolutely amazing. And my phone is constantly, I'm getting phone calls about different things happening in the division. And of course, because that's not what we do, I'm giving it to Dr. Mitchell. And sometimes I feel so bad, and I was like, God, please don't let me kill her, because it's so much that, but she responds just so transparent, so promptly, so thorough. And we just really appreciate that Dr. Mitchell. Yesterday I sent her, I don't even know if it was a text message or email message, and that she got it into the right hands, and the person responded to her, and she forwarded me the response. It might have been like 8 or 9 pages of stuff. And I said, Dr. Mitchell, please don't ever, you don't send that to me, and I hope we're not having staff to have to be that detailed, unless, of course, it's necessary. But we do appreciate it, Dr. Mitchell. We're trying not to kill you, but we do appreciate it, and she really is just a valuable asset for Newport News Public Schools, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So,
and I appreciate the team.
Okay.
I appreciate our team and our teachers. Thank you. Thank you.
And with that being said, this meeting is adjourned.